How the GPHS app support Vessel Sanitation Program 2025 compliance and cruise ship food safety. Welcome back to our GPHS Public Health Podcast. Today, in episode 4, Captain Thomas Hill and I are in the galley to demonstrate how inspection can be enhanced using the GPHS Cruise Public Health app. Captain Thomas will lead the inspection, making observation of any non-conformities, and I'll log the findings in the app while citing the relevant violation of the VSP 2025 Environmental Public Health Standard. Let's get started.
So remember from previous podcasts, our focus has been on risk factors that cause foodborne illness. One of the biggest risk factors revolves around food storage temperatures, keeping hot foods hot and cold foods cold, not in between where temperatures fall within the danger zone. So first stop, the cold pantry and the cold storage refrigerator. The thermometer shows 10 degrees Celsius. That's 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That's above the safe range. Let's check some food temperatures inside. Let's see, we have sliced ham, also at 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And we have potato salad at 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So what's going on here? We have a refrigerator that's not at the proper temperature, and time temperature control for safety foods, TCS foods, are out of temperature and in the danger zone. We have a major risk factor here, don't we?
Yes, Captain Thomas. Under Section 7.2.5.3.1 of the VSP 2025 Environmental Public Health Standard, holding temperature time, it's item number 16C, PHF TCS foods must be held at 5 degrees Celsius, which is 41 degrees Fahrenheit, or below. That's a critical violation, 5 points. The corrective action to log in the system is discard affected TCS PHF foods, service the unit, monitor the temperature logs.
Now let's talk to the sous chef assigned to this area and learn more about possible environmental antecedents, possible reasons that contributed to our findings. Enter his or her input into the app, share our observations and suggested corrective actions and training tools that are available in the app. We're now inside a walk-in refrigerator. Take a look at this critical item. We have raw chicken placed on the top shelf directly above open trays of cooked beef. If liquid from the chicken drips down, the ready-to-eat product would be contaminated. Now, thinking about microbiology, which pathogen would crew be most concerned about in this situation?
This might be Salmonella, Captain Thomas. This setup is a violation of Section 7.2.3.2.1 of the VSP 2025 Environmental Public Health Standards. Under cross-contamination, item 18C, raw animal foods must be always stored below of any from cooked or ready-to-eat RTE foods. This counts as a critical violation again, and it carries 3 points. The corrective action I will log into the system is recognize storage, reorganize storage immediately, reinforce separation rules, and retrain the staff.
Again, let's talk to the sous chef in charge here and get his or her input and enter into the GPHS app.
Captain Thomas, we can also document discussion points and refresher trainings on Salmonella. Training and practice will help prevent cross-contamination from happening again.
So over to the big conveyor warewashing machine. Let's see, the final rinse gauge The sanitizing rinse shows 65 degrees Celsius. That's 149 degrees Fahrenheit. That's too low to sanitize properly. Let's call the person in charge over and check the temperature with the maximum registering thermometer. The maximum registering thermometer confirms the same temperature as on the gauge. This is another major risk factor, unclean equipment.
Correct, Captain Thomas. Section 7.4.5.2.2 of the Vessel Sanitation Program 2025 standard ware washing hot water sanitizing, this is item 24C, requires a final rinse sanitization temperature of 82 degrees Celsius, which is 180 degrees Fahrenheit or equivalent. Failure to meet this temperature, it's a critical violation. Again, it's worth 3 points. The corrective action to log in the system will be switching to a 3-compartment sink with hot water consistent with the section standard of the VSP 2025, servicing the ware washer, and verifying sanitization with accurate temperature logs.
Well, let's talk to the supervisor for this area, get their input as to why this may have happened, and enter that into the app as well. Some smaller but notable issues. Let's see, here on the counter, we have several unattended wiping cloths. If not in someone's hand, wiping cloths should be stored in the sanitizer bucket, not on the counter.
That's correct, Captain Thomas. This refers to section 7.2.3.4.4 of the VSP 2025 Environmental Public Health Standards document, and we have the wiping cloths, item 25, which state that wiping cloths must be always stored in a sanitizer solution between uses. This is a non-critical violation. It's worth 1 point. The corrective action I will log into the system is prepare a sanitizer buckets and train the staff on the correct cloth handling.
Let's try to find out why they are mismanaging the wiping cloths and record that information into the app. And over here in dry storage, this bulk flour container lid has a cracked lid that won't seal properly.
Again, Captain Thomas, this is section 7.3.5.1.1 of the VSP 2025 Environmental Public Health Standards. We talk about the food contact equipment in good repair. It's item number 20. It states that containers must be intact to prevent contamination. It's a minor non-conformity, but still worth 2 points. The corrective action I will log into the system is replace damaged container lids.
Now let's move to summary and reflection. In just this short walkthrough, we've logged 3 major critical violations and 2 minor or non-critical ones, totaling 14 points. With 14 points deducted from a total score of 100, the remaining score is 86. Remember, a passing VSP 2025 inspection requires a score of 86 or higher. Any score below 86 is considered failing. But if you're already at 86 just on food safety, there's no margin to pass the ship inspection. More points will almost certainly be deducted. Risk can be recognized early when you use this GPHS app.
Yes, Captain Thomas. By using the GPHS app correctly, findings are documented with photo, with points deduction, with corrective action, and direct links to VSP 2025 environmental public health standards. It also captures environmental antecedents, supervisor input, and training notes. The report might then be seen instantly to the food and beverage manager and others for immediate corrective action. In this way, the GPHS app not only identifies compliance issues, but also strengthens accountability and continuous improvement, again, just-in-time learning, and its fitting point to close our walkthrough.
That's the value of combining inspections with technology. It builds accountability and ensures nothing is overlooked in one easy-to-use GPHS app.
In closing, Captain Thomas, thank you very much for sharing again your guidance and expertise on this subject. Always a pleasure. This walkthrough has shown how quickly and precisely inspection can be conducted when the GPHS app is correctly used in alignment with VSP 2025 environmental public health standards. Next time, when we will take out handheld app to the buffet, we're going to use it to demonstrate time control plan and checks in action. Your expertise make this learning both meaningful and memorable. Until next podcast episode, thank you and goodbye.
I can hardly wait.
Looking forward, Captain Thomas.